What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of That Hobby Show. With me, as always, is Houston from Chasing the Graph. What's going on, buddy?
Hey man, how are you? How you feeling?
A little bit better. Still like nasally, but other than that, just getting winded, getting off the couch, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better, a lot better.
Good.
So it's a big day for you today. Little
Yeah,
AEW action.
yeah. AEW Revolution. They do 4 pay-per-views a year, and this is one of them. So it's kind of I think makes it a little more special as opposed to one every single month. Which if AEW did one every single month, I probably wouldn't be upset about it. But it has more of like a I guess like a Super Bowl type college basketball championship type feel to it. So kind of cool.
Yeah, and I seen. I was on Twitter earlier today, and I guess they're having a fan fest. AEW was having a fan fest, and they're doing, I guess, instant cards. I seen some of the wrestlers had them. I don't know if other folks were able to get those cards signed or not, but I'm kind of interested to see. Probably here within a couple hours for them to pop up on eBay. What they're going to be going for.
Yeah, they've did that with some of the newer Chris Jericho figures. They had the one of 3,000 Chase figures that were signed. I don't know how much they were selling for, but I seen them last night starting to hit eBay, and they were going for 350 plus, which tells me they were probably
Mm.
150 at the Fan Fest. So definitely a lot of stuff already, making its way to eBay from FanFest.
Yeah. I'd like to see how they are doing that, because back in the day, I went to I think WWE still does it. They call it WWE Access,
Hmm.
and it was like their fan fest. I went to it when it was in it was the WrestleMania that they had in well, they call it San Francisco, but it was at Levi Stadium, which is like 45 minutes away from San Francisco. But that one was cool. It was like 45 minutes, or I'm sorry, not 45 minutes. It was like you bought the tickets in sessions, 2 hour sessions, and it was like $10. But the only bad thing is you didn't know what superstars were going to be there,
Hmm.
except for the paid ones. And the paid guys were like, it was just way too expensive. I think it was like $200 for Roman Reigns, and even then, even now, I don't think it's worth it for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it kind of sucked. So I just had a huge box of wrestling cards, not knowing who was going to be there. And then they didn't have, like how major league teams do their fan fest, and they'll have like a promo photo of the
Mhm.
players. WWE didn't have any of that shit. It was just a blank card that said like
Yeah.
WWE Access on it. But yeah. So, and then I did all right with the free autographs. I think I got like maybe maybe 10 or 15 cards signed. Because it was like right when the Divas started, like
Yeah.
the show Total Divas or whatever it was. And so I was able to get a few of them, and then like some of the legends. But yeah, it could have been a lot better. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
oh, go ahead.
know how they're gonna handle it because some of it's really well logistically put together, and then some of them just aren't. And from what I've seen, the AEW Fan Fest have been fairly well put together as far as like wrestlers there that you didn't know or think was going to be there. So you're like, oh shit, I don't have anything. But they usually, from what I can tell, they usually have like pictures and figures on the table. I'm not, who knows what they cost, but
Yeah.
it's better. them not having anything and you not having anything.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Uh, yeah, it was for the price. It was all right. It was all right. And then we got to go in Hell in the Cell. They had it set up, and so that was kind of cool. But some of the guys were really weird about like they wouldn't sign autographs if it wasn't during their session, and there was so many of them walking around. It was like keeping your head on a swivel. So that was
Yeah.
kind of disappointing. But because like the lines for everything was just absolutely insane. But yeah, I definitely like to hit up an AEW one, especially if you can get cards printed right there. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think they were. I just seen a few minutes ago where they were, because there's some the new AEW set Spectrum that's coming out as hobby only. They had a promo sheet, just like they did with the retail Upper Deck set. But I've seen people say that the only way you got those sheets is if you had the digital FanFest EPAC cards that just came out like Thursday or Friday or something. They're digital only. But then I also seen where they were only giving them out if you had a custom card made of yourself.
Mm.
And the regular retail uncut sheets, they're just promo sheets. They're not like official cards or anything, you know.
Yeah.
And they're those were handed out by like the handfuls. You could have grabbed 10 if you wanted. So they were selling for like 20, 25 on eBay. But the first Spectrum sheet from yesterday that sold on eBay went for 105.
That's
No,
pretty crazy, man. Yeah.
yeah, I don't care how rare it is. It's like it's cool, but it's not like oh shit, like this, uncut sheet come from Upper Deck and they just never cut it. It's just a promo sheet, because a
Yeah,
lot.
if it was like say if they were all image variations,
Mhm.
then maybe like somebody that's trying to complete a master set, then that I could well, I still can't see $100 for an uncut sheet of modern cards, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. But that's
Yeah.
just me. Yeah. But so have you been keeping up with the lockout at all?
Yeah, I have not in depth, but I know that Mike Trout tweeted about it, and he had a pretty from what I would consider, a cheap shot for Mike Trout to Rob Manfred. But if you piss off Mike Trout, I think you've done something.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, I don't think Manfred cares, but yeah. But out here though, minor leaguers have started reporting, and the shitty thing is my Twitter algorithms don't like to update me on the
Yeah.
stuff that I would like to see. And I got the news too late that the one of the few teams that are actually allowing access to fans are the Seattle Mariners. And I think everybody knows about my journey to try and get Ichiro's autograph. And
Yep.
lo and behold, guess who was at the camp yesterday? Fucking Ichiro was there. And I had gotten in my truck and I was like, screw it, we're going. Me and my daughter. I didn't have anything packed at all. I just grabbed the banner and a Sharpie, and I turned around and because by the time I would have got there, it would have been an hour after the gates closed. There's no telling that he would have still been there or not. So I was like, screw it, we're going to go up today. Get everything packed last night. I'm ready to go today. I start scrolling through Twitter and I'm not finding the information that I'm looking for. So I start following beat reporters on Twitter. And yeah, so today was an off day for the Mariners.
Of
So
course.
yeah, so now I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So maybe next weekend I will get a chance to try but who knows? But yeah, so a lot of the teams though they're not allowing access to fans, which blows my mind because what I've read, it's like the teams are following MLB's direction or instructions. So not only are the players locked out, they're locking out the fans. It just blows my mind because I've seen one of the teams I know for sure, the Padres. It's the practices are only open to employees, so they're not even allowing like writers from other organizations or whatever. Like, because there was one dude, he's a Mariners beat writer, and they had an intra squad game between the Mariners and the Padres because they share the same facility. That dude can't even get in now, and he's a reporter.
So basically, like no media other than
yeah, if you don't cover that team, they're not allowing you to these practices on the backfields, which
understand.
Yeah, it blows my mind that they're going scorched earth on this lockout and not allowing people in at all. I've seen a couple teams in Florida that are allowing fans, but they're not like broadcasting it, their schedules or anything. Like honestly, the only way I'm finding out which teams are allowing fans to their minor league camps are like just seeing who got autographs that day and then DMing them on Twitter to find out, what the times are. So next weekend, in between NASCAR, because NASCAR's out here in Arizona, going to that. So I'm going to try and make it over to the Mariners camp and hopefully get Ichiro.
Yeah, because that would be a beautiful topic for next Sunday.
Oh yeah, man. If I can get it out, the banner will be hanging up and everything. And yeah, but the cool. Well, it's not really cool, but since this lockout's been going on, a lot of people have canceled their trips out to Arizona and Florida. So that means less people. And then with it being hit or miss whether or not the camps are open, the folks that actually live out here in Arizona aren't going to spring training either. So hopefully there's maybe 10 or 15 people there and he'll sign. It's not an issue of whether Ichiro will sign because he signs all the time. It's just there's a shitload of people, and usually the way Ichiro does it is he still has a translator or an assistant with him that counts how many autographs he signs per day. And usually he'll sign about 50 a day, and then after that, he's done. He will not sign at all after that.
It's about 45 more than I would expect, really. So
yeah. I mean, he's not an a hard autograph to get by any means. It's just one of those things where if you show up to camp, you have to get your spot and just stay there and not try to get any other autographs. And me, I'm like one of those quantity over quality type people. And I've been so close. So close, man. And it just hasn't happened. But yeah,
I know that feeling all too well with everybody knows the Christian McCaffrey story, so I can definitely sympathize with you.
Yeah, and I'm kind of I'm on a super, super tight schedule this year because I think April 3rd is when minor league camp is over and they go out to their affiliates. But maybe I'll get lucky and like the lockout will end, the minor leaguers will leave, and then the major leaguers will come in for spring training because they'll need like 3 weeks or so. But usually Ichiro doesn't work with the major league guys as much as he does with the minor leaguers. Because with the major leaguers, he'll be out there. Sometimes he throws batting practice, or he'll be out in the outfield shagging balls, just hanging out. But the minor leaguers, he's more hands on. So hopefully, once the lockout ends, he stays out here a little bit longer, and then that'll give me more time. But yeah, I'm on a tight window, and yeah, and then with me having COVID, used up all my sick leave. All I have now is the weekends, and if they take off every Sunday, I'm kind of screwed. So
Yeah, that leaves literally like
I got like 2 chances.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but the banner is huge, 6 feet tall. Hopefully, he has a heart and comes over, and then yeah. So
Hopefully, he did that and like, oh shit, that's actually really cool. Let me go sign that.
yeah. So we'll see, because I can't afford to get that done at a private signing. So especially because he's also one of those dudes that are in the that 2008 top set that I'm working on, and he has 3 cards that I know of. So right there, that's close to $500 just on those cards alone. So, and then I got his Japanese rookie card from my buddy Dan, Korean cardboard, that I would like to one day get eventually signed. So as much stuff that I can get signed in person as possible would be awesome. So it would save me a lot of money, lot of money. So
yeah. It's like one of those things. It's like, will you get it, one shot, or will you have to spend, 3-4 different years trying to get one thing signed?
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't know how long he's going to be with the Mariners, doing the special assistant thing. So, I mean, what if he goes back to Japan and, becomes a coach over there or a manager or something, because I think my luck is running out. It's been almost 20 years. And so eventually he's going back to Japan. I just don't know when. So yeah, I got to get my shit together. But yeah. Have you how's the card and figure hunting been going?
Been a big waste.
Yeah. So I went to Walmart last night, and I try to avoid going down the toy aisle, especially when I have my daughter with me, because she'll just like arm swipe everything. So I avoid that, but we go to the card aisle, and it's actually, I found one box of baseball cards. It was Prism. It was a hanger of Prism. I passed on it, but they're actually there was a decent amount of basketball and football. Of course, shit that I don't want. I'm hoping to find a box of Bowman just because I want the minor leaguers, because they're not locked out, and I can actually, get those cards signed because there will be a season. But yeah, I haven't been able to find jack shit. But I also haven't been looking, because I don't know about you, but gas out here is $4 a gallon, and I can't be spending that driving around looking for wax that is also gone up in price too. So
I'm right there with you. I may, if I ever see it, buy a box of Series 1 2022, but I really doubt if I see it I will. But here, basically Prism baseball, Mosaic baseball, certain like Absolute Football and Chronicles NBA and all that stuff's plentiful around here, and even some of the WWE stuff. And the WWE stuff's kind of a fun rip, but it's not really anything I want or that I'm into.
yeah,
So, and without getting into a whole thing, I definitely think market manipulation is a huge deal in the figure world, because there was a picture that surfaced about 2 weeks ago of like 4 or 5 Chase
the
Sting.
Sting.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 of those in one store, and then I know one of my friends in Atlanta, he found two in the same store. But here, like Target has had the same five figures for like over 3 months now, and I've asked like twice, like, "Hey, you kind of have an idea when you're going to get any in?" And they're just like, "Oh, we haven't stocked those since before Christmas, and I don't know when we're going to get any more." And it's like the AEW figures at Target here take up one peg, and they're the peg's full with the same five figures. So I don't know if they're just like, "We're not going to order anymore. We're not getting any more in until we sell these," or something like that. I don't know, but I know that people are finding figures in Target like right and left, like good, decent stuff that's not the same thing. And here, it ain't gonna happen.
Do the Chase figures actually sell like on the secondary market?
Yeah, because I think the Chase Sting figure, it's the same price as the rest of them, 21,
Yeah.
22 in store, and it sells for like 150, I think, on eBay.
Holy shit! Wow, I'm gonna have to start checking it out, man. Because like I said, I don't go down the action figure aisle because that's just like giving my toddler a grenade. She's gonna destroy that shit. So, but yeah, I'll definitely. I'm not above the flip life if I can find stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely have to start checking that out too. And now
Yeah.
with the I seen the new AEW figures, the Street Fighter collaboration,
hmm
which I don't know if I guess they're just going to be regular figures. I don't know if they're limited or if they're going to make a Chase version of them, but yeah.
Basically, what I understand from what I understood yesterday, and I could be wrong because this is also like, everything just dropped yesterday, is their GameStop exclusives. And I don't
Mm.
know if they're
Yeah.
still up, but I know they were up for pre-order today on GameStop's website. And you can go in the store and pre-order them. From what I understand, you just put $5 down on each figure, and then you wait. And I think those are expected like June or July, if I remember correctly.
Mm. We do have a GameStop here that's actually right down the street. I might have to check that out because it's like one of those things that it's actually on the way to the Walmart. So I mean, it wouldn't cost me any extra gas, just a little bit
Yep.
extra time. Which yeah, but yeah, I'll let you go though, man, because I know you have your pay per view and everything. So
Yeah.
and I got NASCAR to finish watching. So far, it's been a wreck fest. So yeah, but next Sunday we should be able to do a show. I'm going to the Xfinity race on Saturday. Hopefully, next week's show I'll be telling you about the autographs that I got at Mariners camp, and then the autographs that I got at NASCAR, because we're doing what they call the infield experience, where we'll be in the infield, whether or not I'll be able to recognize any of the drivers. I don't know. So, but yeah, hopefully, I'll be able to get some more autographs. So, thanks, Dan, and everybody else for tuning in. And we'll see y'all next week. And here's the awkward pause.